Bruh, we gotta talk about the latest episode of Invincible, man. Episode 7 is by far the best episode of the series. I thought the stuff we got with Conquest was amazing, but the shit we just got with THRAGG, I wasn't ready. If I knew this shit was gonna be this damn gas, I would have called out from work today. I went to work and was like, I'll watch Invincible when I get off and go to the gym. In fact, I watched it on the gym while I was on the elliptical. That's why I was like, I just do that. But while I was watching, I'm like, oh hell no. What is this? This shit was absolute madness. Look, I want to show you how strong this guy is. They say he's the ultimate warrior. And damn it if he ain't just proven in this shit. Man, this dude cocks back to punch, you know what I'm saying, Omni-Man right here. I don't know why no name is so hard for me to remember. I just want to call him Omni-Man. But you see THRAGG cocks back his fist. And the speed from and force from him doing that, for him preparing to punch someone, made a hurricane or tornado and pulled this man, Omni-Man, in. Then he punched this man. He did a Hadouken so damn hard. He sent this man into orbit. Not into the sky, but into orbit. Yo, this shit was. And then it was at such a high speed, the man caught on fire. He caught on fire from moving at such high speed. This shit was insane. Hey, yo, I was not expecting this. I wasn't. Then you have it where he faces off against Oliver. Damn. I've never felt so sorry for someone in my life. It was to the point I'm in the gym now watching this shit. People looking at me because I'm screaming out loud because I got the surround sound beats, so I kind of like zoned out and forgot where I was. I'm like, Oliver, run! Motherfuckers looking at me like, what? What? But look at this. He looks at Oliver, and it's crazy to me because he's like, yo, you're not one of us. You're not a Viltrumite. And then you have it where Oliver tried to run. He grabbed his arm like, nah, bitch. You ain't going nowhere. And punched this man jaw off. He look at the screen. This is your boy Oliver jaw flying away from his body. And if you look closely, he also ripped off the dude's arm. Oh my gosh, yo. Look at Mark. Mark is pissed. He's like, yo, I'm going to mess you up. THRAGG tells him like, yo, you shouldn't be concerned about that guy. He isn't your brother. He isn't one of us. So it seems as if THRAGG considers Mark to be one of them, even though his mom is human, an earthling. But he doesn't consider Oliver to be one of them because his mom was an insect. But you got it where Invincible goes to punch him. He says, show me what you got. Show me what you can do. This scene was so damn cold, and it just made him look like a straight monster. Look at this shit. He tanked the punch. He didn't even try to dodge it. And then Invincible Mark hurt himself from punching his opponent. Yo, like I said, man, this dude, they did him justice. It's crazy because they made him, and I wonder if they did that on purpose. They kind of made him come off as weak or not that much of a threat, or he didn't feel threatening in the previous episodes. In fact, we seen him retreat. But then you got this episode right here where this man was just a straight monster. You got it where these guys like, yo, we got to figure out what to do. And then that's when Noel, he comes up with the idea. He has something racer. I can't remember what his name is, but they have him fire his gun at the planet. That gun is powerful as hell. And I see a lot of y'all saying it shouldn't be mass produced. I get it. Something like that is just too powerful. I didn't know it could destroy worlds. I knew it could kill the Viltrumites. I didn't know that shit could destroy worlds, but you got it where he shoots it at the core. You got Mark, Thaddeus, as well as Omni-Man flying down to help destroy this planet. They're going in to blow it up, the core, after the beam hits it. And you have it where they were successful. They blow up the planet, as you can see right here. THRAGG is pissed. Now, you got it where they're looking at the planet as it burns. They're saying like, yo, you guys have been defeated. You guys have lost your world. Give up, surrender. And you got it where they're standing there. And then, oh my gosh, hold on, let me see. This dude This dude, oh my. Shall we look? Shall we take a gander? Let's look at this shit real quick. Hold on. All right. So you got it where he's ready to fight. He got tears. This man's crying. For one, I'm gonna just let y'all know a little tip. If you ever about to fight somebody and you see them cry before the fight start because they're just that mad, that angry, I'm gonna give y'all a little tip. Run, okay? When I'm up crying and he don't care that people seeing him cry, he don't care about his image being tarnished, whatever the case may be. That dude is about to go insane on your ass. He is about to beat you to the point where someone's going to have to break that up to save you guys' lives. You know what I'm saying? So if ever you see someone like this, tears coming out the eyes and they looking at you angry, don't fight them. I'm just giving you some advice, man. Look, we all took L's back in our days. One of mine happened to be from someone who had tears. The man was a monster. But you got it with Thrax, just like he's pissed. And man, look at this scene. Like, oh my gosh. He goes straight for the traitor. He goes straight for Thaddeus. I was not prepared. I knew about it because, you know what I'm saying, I watched Comics Explain, and you know what I'm saying, he did a whole story on this when season 1 happened, so I heard about it, but I didn't know it was going to be this brutal. I did look at this shit, man. Look. Somebody save him. Look at this. This dude ripped this man head off. Ripped the man head off. He was so fast, he blitzed him and ripped the head off. And then he says, like, yo, the same thing is about to happen to you guys. You guys. Oh my gosh. He just crushes it. Like, and then he says, oh, you've been avenged, great one, talking to their leader or whatever. And so you have it where he crushes this head in front of everybody. Like, hold on, let me see if we can see it. Everyone's looking like, what? What just happened? Let me see if I could get to it. Okay. Damn, I went too far again. All right, so you got it where everyone's just shocked at what happened. Alan, he's trying to get his thoughts together. You know what I'm saying? He already got no. And as he's holding the head, look what Thrag does. Look at how ruthless this man. You know what? He just crushes the head. Blood splashes on his face because I'm getting tired of trying to get to that part. And then he flies at Noel so fast that the blood wipes off his face from the speed of that he's moving. And he begins to fight Noel. And then you also have it where Invincible Mark, he jumps in the battle as well. But then this shit right here, this was, he already broke Noel's arm. This right here was just vicious, vicious as hell. He flies up. You got these two like talking. Like next thing you know, he pierced straight through Omni Man. He wasn't playing. Right in front of Mark. Mark sees his father dying, and Mark loses it. He tries to go fight him. He shouldn't have done that. I think he like punched him one time, and the man was losing his breath. Let me see. But you have it where he starts looking around and seeing all the people from his world, all of his kin dead, and so he chooses to spare Mark as well as Noel because it's so few of them left. He says, "We'll leave them. We'll let them survive." His people are upset about it, but he chooses to let them live, and they actually go to Earth. You have it where everyone survives; they're injured, but everyone's trying to figure out why that he allowed them to live, and probably like I said, because there's so few of them left. But we have it like at the beginning of the episode. I'm sorry I kind of skipped this, but at the beginning it kind of showed how everything went down. Where if you look right here, this guy, this is actually Thaddeus, which is crazy because I could have sworn he had a full set of hair. But you see him trying to speak of peace, and you have it where they show him actually execute the the new boss, the new leader. Let me see if I can find that moment where they actually show him die. Yeah, you got it where that is right here. You got it where their leader is there, and he jumps down. He takes him out. Imagine, I think he like takes his head, so he doesn't even have to engage him in battle. So because of that, you have it where Thrag takes the throne, and this scene right here was just so damn brutal. So THRAGG asked this guy. He was like, "Yo, will you betray me like the betrayer?" The guy says, "Nah, I'm loyal." THRAGG says, "I don't believe you." He took the man's head. Then he looks at the people and says, like, "Yo, I expect y'all to do the same to anybody that you deem not to be loyal." And then you just have this big ass war on their planet. These guys all just start fighting amongst themselves, trying to, and it wasn't even like, I don't even believe it was even about figuring out who was loyal or who wasn't not. It was just more so trying to have only the strong survive. But you just have this all out war going on the planet. And it was brutal. It was brutal. Then you actually get to see Conquest again. Let me see if we could get to that part. I'm gonna see if we can find the part where you got it where we got Conquest again, and he's standing there, and it looks as if he got a whole a pile of bodies. He's excited, and then at this point in time, he still has both arms. You got it where THRAGG comes and says like, "Yo, it's over. Stop the fighting. We've gotten rid of the weaker ones." And you got it where it looks as if your boy Conquest was on the verge of trying to take on THRAGG because it seems as if he didn't want to listen to him. If you ask me, it looks as if like you have this like, "Yo, stand down," and you got it where THRAGG is looking at him like, "Nah, bruh, I don't know about this. I don't know if you should be my leader." You see him balling up his fist, ready to fight THRAGG. The girl behind, she looked like she was going to try to stab Conquest, but then you have it where Conquest does submit. But I'm curious why he chose not to fight THRAGG. Is it because he knew how strong THRAGG was? And I'm curious how strong THRAGG is compared to their previous leader. And let me know. I mean, Thaddeus was able to beat the previous leader, but it was more so from sneaking up on him. But all in all, amazing episode. Curious to know y'all thoughts on this one, man. I catch y'all in the next one. Oh, this shit was crazy. I'm about to sit down and watch this shit again, man. Peace.